What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious. You guys are the 11 crew, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Alright guys, what I have for you is PvP the game. That's basically what I'm calling it. So you have two players on each side, okay? You would fill the chest up with weapons and ammo, right? And here's the deal. You can walk through while this is on, okay, while the lock is on, everything is off, right? Nothing works. So you can come in, players can come in here, they can set their spawn. I would say, make it nighttime. And same thing on this side. If you have two players, right? Get your stuff and then meet. And what I would do is say, have somebody flick it and give give a couple seconds delay. And then you would just go around killing each other. And what would happen is you would spawn here, right? Now watch what happens once you flick this. Now the game is active. So the person somebody would come from here, right? They'd wake up in the bed. They'd come out. And you would see, boom, the light goes on. So they're using up their lives, right? Everybody starts clean. Nobody has any points. This is when they collect it, right? They get 6 chances, right? So did it go through? That's 2. Oh, I didn't actually hit it. Ready? There we go. That's 2. You'll see it come up in a second, right? Say this person dies again because they're bad. 3. Now watch what happens when you get to the end. Now you can disable this too. You don't have to have this part. 4, 5, and it's like, uh-oh, you guys are on your last life. All right, so next time, this is it. Here we go. Watch what happens though. Boom. Both of the beds break. So they would not spawn back in here. They would spawn somewhere outside, and they would be out. And this would be their last life. So when they're dead, they're dead. That's it. Pretty cool, right? And then just to reset everything, you just pull that, and it resets all the points. Now, you will have to manually go put the bed back because, obviously, I can't just put the bed automatically. But pretty cool. So this is a game I had in my minigame world a long time ago, but all of the redstone was busted. So I basically had to start from the beginning, and I actually like this redstone better. This is very simple. This is just a piece of redstone dust, right? It goes up to like here. It comes over and goes. I'm not going to show you the redstone right now. I want you guys to actually see it and watch it. If you're interested in it, I'm going to knock down one of these sections. I know what you're also thinking, how do I get in here? Well, you can either play it in creative, or you can just come to one of these corners very simply and just give yourself a way into the game. It's pretty simple, right? It's just like that. There's a way into the game. And you can obviously do that on 4 sides. And you can even, I don't think I put it in here. No, I didn't. But you can even just get, where is it? Let's get some doors. Is it this way? Yeah. Just put the doors like that if you wanted to. Okay? So, yeah, let's get into what you need and how to build it. Now, I'm going to knock out one of these sections first. I think we'll do, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Let's do the blue section. So I'm going to knock out the blue section really quick and build it from scratch with you guys. Okay. So this is the area right here where we're going to build it. And I'm going to show you how they connect. Okay. Obviously, you would just do this 4 times. What we're about to build, you would just do it 4 times. And you'll get, this whole thing right here. Okay. So we're going to start on this corner. So if this was the first time you're building it, you would just forget that this wall even exists. And you would just build. All right, so we're going to go 17. Oh, let me actually show you what we need first. Sorry. So you're going to need the 4 different colors, whatever you want to choose. I'm obviously choosing red, blue, green, and orange. So you're going to need a bed and the concrete or wool or whatever if you're in survival to designate it. Right, just 4 different colors. You're going to need 2 pieces of string per unit, so it's 8 overall. You're going to need 8 pistons, 8 regular pistons. You're going to need, what are the sticky pistons? There, 4, hold on. You need 4 sticky pistons. So 8 regular, 4 sticky. You could use 12 sticky, but that's a waste in my opinion. You're going to need 4 observers. You're going to need 8 chests for each. So what is that, 32 chests? I forget how many torches you need, to be honest. I forget how many repeaters. You need a bunch of torches and a bunch of repeaters. A bunch of lamps. Okay, so we're going to be doing what? So it's 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 8. So let's see, 13 for each. So whatever that comes out to for each of those. You're going to need a bunch of redstone, You're going to need 4 tripwire hooks for each. So that's 16. Item frames are optional, and 1 lever. 1 lever for the whole game. Okay, so let's start off with the colors for now. We're going to take that. We'll take that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go 17 across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is wrong. This is wrong. We're going to be building this going across first. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, and then that like that. So this is going to be our first little room here. Okay. So this is going to be our first little room, and you want to build this up 5. So it's 3, 4, 5. So everything for these little rooms are 5 by 5. Just to keep it nice and tight in here, and have the arena kind of manageable. Okay, so we're just gonna do this like so. We'll come back in here and finish the, doing the rooms afterwards. Now we're gonna go 17 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing here. This corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just like that. Okay, so we're just going to build this up. It's going to be the exact same thing. And I designed it so everything connects to each other, right? So it's a nice, simple build. It's all repeating. Once you get one down, you can do the rest, right? Very, very, very simple. I'm just going to put this here for now. You can worry about the floor and stuff afterwards. Obviously, I already have the floor all done. But you can worry about because we're going to end up putting stuff in here. So you can worry about all of that afterwards. Okay. Now we're going to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4 more for a total of 5. Go all the way across. Come up again. Now I do 2 layers of this. You don't have to waste it if you don't want to. It's just what I did in my original design. So I'm going to do it just to keep it consistent. Okay. But then what we're going to do is we're going to run the blue all the way across. Okay, except for the end here. The end, we're going to come up 3. And then for the next 3, we're going to make a little O for out. That's what the O stands for. It's just out. Okay, and then put that in the middle. Cool. You're going to come up there and then go across. And now all we're going to do is we're going to alternate lamps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you got your little scoreboard already. Okay, now if you want, you can come in here and you can put down your tripwire hooks, and it's going to be on that second one up right there, like so. Okay, you're going to cover this up, this top part. That can get covered. Same thing on this side. All right, and then make sure we take our string. So let's take our string now. We don't need that anymore. And come right down here with it. And go, whoops, not there. Boom. So we set it up. Boom. Okay. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our regular piston, put it in the back, furthest center back part. Okay. We'll do the same thing on this side. So we don't need these anymore. So we don't need those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our bed. Obviously, you'd have whatever kind of design you want. Like that. We're going to take our chests. Like that. Put them on each side. Right? And then obviously you would take your item frames and just designate. I'm not going to do that, but you could just designate whatever items you want in there. It's entirely up to you. Just like so. Okay, now let's do the back of it. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. Let's bring down all of those. Okay. Cool. So we're going to come over here. I believe it's where, let me just see where the first O is. It's where, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right where the O is, right here. And we're going to go, here, watch this. We're going to go, I don't need the string. We're going to go, remember, right where this O is, on the left-hand side. We're going to go 1, 2. We're going to break that. Put down a repeater. We're going to come back up to the top, and we're going to put an observer over the repeater. Make sure the observer is facing this way. Okay? Then we're going to come here. This is just a monostable circuit. So then we're going to come here. We're going to put a sticky piston on the bottom. And I'm going to be using the blue designation for all of this. And we're going to put a block on top. Okay, then we're going to come, make sure all of these are set to, so hit it twice. So that's one delay, right? Normal is 1, 2, or I'm sorry, normal is 1 tick, 2, 3. Make sure it's on that setting. So you're just going to click it twice. And then we're going to come across 6 times with a gap in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Again, make sure all the repeaters are in between and they're all set on that 3rd tick. So just click each one twice. Just like that. Cool. Now we're going to put a torch. Oops, not on that one. On those 6. Coming out this way. These can be regular. These do not have to have any delay on them. Put another block. Like so. With some dust. Then on each one, you're going to put another block. Oops, nope, nope, nope. Just like that. Okay, coming out. Now you guys have seen me build this before. This was for my score. This was for my my other game that I had. But we're modifying it for this. Okay, then you're gonna put dust on top of those. Perfect. Okay. Then we're gonna come in here, opposite way, and we're gonna put these again on 3 going this way. This is very important. This is how you reset the game. Okay, just like that. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have right behind the lights, just bring this going across like that. Just like so. Okay, and then for this one, so where these bottom 3 are, you're going to put blocks there. Okay, then you're going to come up, put blocks there, and then come this way. Okay, so everything's connected to this one. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to put 3 repeaters, and then all of this is going to be lined with dust, as is all of these. Or as are all of these, I should say. Okay, so all of these are going to have dust on them, just like so. Perfect. Okay, so now all of this is set. Okay, so then what you're going to do is let's come over here and let's connect these to them. Okay, so we're going to put a block down. We're going to put a repeater, and you want to make sure that you did it right. Well, it's connected. Okay, so we want to make sure that it's right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put, a block in front. We're going to come this way. Start walking it. Actually, before we do that, come to where this one is right here. Okay, and you're going to go 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. In that middle one, you're going to break it down. You're going to turn and put a repeater facing that direction. You can leave it on 1 tick. Okay, and then put dust all the rest of this way, like so. So what that's going to do is when that tripwire is tripped, it's going to come over here and it's going to give us a pulse once, and it's going to start counting. But we also want to have it the same way over here. The exact same thing. So we're going to put down a block, put down a repeater, right? And we're going to do the same 3. So we're going to come to the left of this one right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the middle. And again, we're going to have a repeater going that way. Dust, 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 and then a block right in front. Just like that. So now, when we walk through, it should go off. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to reset it for a second, like that. This is the reset, remember. So you just put power right there, and now it should be reset. Cool. So now the score is there. Okay? Now the score is there. So what do we want to attach now? Well, now what we want to attach is this back part over here. That goes to the bed. Okay? That's what we want to attach. So what we're going to do is... So basically, all of these have to be turned on, along with this light, obviously, for the beds to... Or, I'm sorry, even after this one, because this is the last one, right? This is when you're out. And then after that, you're done. So basically what happens is you're going to put blocks here. Okay? Just like that. Or you don't, I guess you don't really have to, because you want it on this right here. You want that part to go up just like that. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay. That's what I want. Sorry, I did this late last night and I was trying to figure it out. So you're going to put torches on the back of all of these. Okay? It'll make more sense once it's all completed. And then we're going to run that across. Just like that. Okay? Perfect. And did I do the... Yes, I did it right at the end of it. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put a block there on each end with a repeater facing out of each way. So make sure it's facing out. Okay, and now we're going to just stair step everything down. Okay, so you just want to make a little stair step like that and put redstone dust there and then put a torch on the bottom. Same thing on this side. Okay, obviously this one has to have a block in front of it, but the rest of these get stair stepped down like so. So stair step down and then put a torch right there. So obviously we want those torches on and we want this torch off because we're going to connect it to the piston. Okay? And the reason we have all of these torches here is because if you just connected it, let's say, to this one, as soon as this first light went on, right, as soon as this torch down here goes on, this torch up here will turn off and then it would activate and push the piston. We don't want that. We want to wait until every single solitary one of these is done. Okay, so make sure you run your line like that. Boom. Okay? Very, very, very important. And again, if we didn't connect all of these, if we just didn't connect that or didn't connect this, as soon as this one went off, it would activate. And same thing for that. So we want to make sure they're all connected together. Very important. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to match it up to our piston. So I think it's the second one in. You just break it really quick. Remember, we have the piston under there. We have the block there. The block under the chest. So what we're going to do, so it's the second one over, we're going to put a repeater right there. And then you can cover that back up. And then you're simply just going to connect it like that. Okay, same thing on this side. It's the second one right here. We're going to break it. Break that. Put down a repeater. Put that back. And then we're just going to connect it like so. Perfect. So then what I went ahead and did was, see on this end right here, I just went ahead and covered it up. Just covered up the side. Now, if you don't want the redstone exposed, which is completely fair, I would say just go ahead and cover it with the blue. I used glass to show you guys, but you can absolutely just cover it up so that way nobody sees it and it's not like an exposed game. Okay, but before we do that, what we're going to do is, so you'd have to build all of them, right? You'd have to build all of them to get the center. And then what you do is you go to the corners where the rooms connect, and I just put a line going all the way across, right? I did it for all of them. And then right in the center is where we have our redstone, one block down, right? So then you just put, I did a light just because it's easier to see, you know, when the game is on or whatever. Right, so you turn that on, and then what I did was I just walked it. So obviously you want to make sure you put repeaters coming out of all of them, so the lines don't get whatever messed up. And then I went 14 out. Okay, so it's 14 out, and then I turned it in, and then turned it that way. And what you want to end up with, where you want to end up is right here under this corner. Okay, So that's where you want to end up. And then you can go ahead and you can put a block if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of dust. So dust, and then you can actually break that out like 2 more. Okay, but it lines up with this corner wall here. That's what I did. It just, you'll see why on the other side. It's just easier to do it that way. Okay, then I covered all of this up. Come back over here. Okay, remember, it's lined up here, and we want to go under that redstone, which is right there. See? And basically, all we want to do is get to this point. This is our reset. So we're going to put redstone behind it, redstone there, and then 1 more down. And we're just connecting those. That's it. And see how the power is on? So it locks all of those. So now no matter what, if you go through it, it doesn't matter. It's not going to go on. Okay? So that's pretty cool. So like I said, you could just do the back with solid blocks so nobody sees it. I would also add some light in there, right in here, just because, you know, things may spawn. And I don't think it's going to be an issue, but you never know. And there's pistons pushing up stuff, and you don't want anything to jam anything up. Like I said, I highly doubt that will be an issue, but you just never know. Okay, so let me just do that just to kind of show you how it would look with... Okay, we're not done yet. So that's how it would look. So then what I did was, in the corners here, oh, actually before we did that, we find the center of this. Okay, and then we just go all the way across. Then this is just a little topper for it, just to give you guys an idea. You can obviously do this however you want. Okay, but then we're going to come up, and go that way for the next one. Okay, so we're basically coming out one, and then we're going to do the same thing for this one. So put it on top, go that way, and come in. Okay, and go all the way across. Like that. Alright, and then what I did in these corners here is I put a block, or put a line going up, and then I connected it all the way across. So we do the same thing here. Boop. Okay, and that's it. That's the whole game. And then obviously you'd make sure you'd fill up your chests with whatever. I would say just a couple different kinds of ammo. I mean, however you want. Whatever you want to do. You can put food in there to make the game go longer. It's up to you. But, you know, this is a smallish field, so you can have a lot of quick games, right? Boom, boom, boom. Now, the only thing, like I said, is the beds will break. You don't have to add that feature if you don't like it. I thought it was a cool feature, but you do not have to add this entire line if you do not want those beds to break. So everything we did from where we added this one going up, you do not have to add this if you don't want the beds to break. Everything else is the same. You need these. You need this line underneath for all of them to connect it to the main part. But you do not need this top decoder right here if you do not want the beds to push up. I like it, but you know, maybe you spawn too far away. Like let's say you build this really far away from like the main spawn area, or your where you started. So that could be an issue if you don't want people to have to walk so far. But otherwise, I would say keep it. Or you can actually just, well, no, you actually need it here because I was going to say you can have the beds outside, but you do need the beds because they need to walk through this. So they'll spawn here, like one will spawn here, one will spawn there, and they need to walk through it to keep the game fair, just so you know who's not out. Okay. Anyway, that is going to do it for me, guys. Hope you liked this. Let me know if you did. I like to come up with mini games for people to play, and I think this one is pretty cool. And again, I simply call it PvP. That's going to do it for me. Captain Obvious out. Peace.